Hi and happy fall to you all. I hope you're doing well. Today I thought I would share with you a recipe because I was getting ready to make some pumpkin bread, which is perfect for the fall. Although I must say I make this recipe all year round. And it's something I think I've been making for maybe about 2 years now. And it seems to be the one recipe that everybody wants me to give them. So I figured I would share it with you, and then if anybody asks for it as well, I could just tell them to look at this video. So yeah, it's pumpkin bread. It has craisins in it, or the dried cranberries, and it is dairy free. So anybody who has allergies can eat this, which is good because I have a friend whose daughter is lactose intolerant and stuff, so it's completely dairy free, and she was able to eat it and really liked it. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and let's get started. So today I'm going to be making a double batch, which will give me 2 loaves of pumpkin bread, and in the description I'll actually put the recipe in the ingredient amounts for just the 1 loaf. I like to make it double because it uses my whole can of pumpkin. So I started off with my flour, which is 3½ cups, and then I add my salt. I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of this. Okay, and then use a lot of pumpkin pie spice. At this point you just gotta pop the top off because you need 4 teaspoons of this stuff. It smells so good. Okay, and then to that I will be adding my sugar, and I have 2 cups of sugar. I'm just adding all the dry ingredients right now, which makes it a little easier. Tablespoon. I have no tablespoon. Where's my tablespoon? Okay, I need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Okay, and then I have a cup of dried cranberries. Actually, at this point I like to stir it up a little bit just to get all the dry ingredients mixed a bit. And then I throw these cranberries in a little at a time. I just don't want them to stick to each other. I want them to actually disperse through the whole thing, so you don't have just a pocket of a lot of dried cranberries in your bread. That will be good. Stir it up again, and then on to the wet ingredients. My first thing is I have a cup of orange juice. It could be fresh, which actually this is, and I a lot of times will just use regular orange juice out of a container. So but since I used the regular oranges, I'm also adding about that much. I don't know how much that is, like a tablespoon of zest. I got a zest from basically one of the oranges. My oranges were not very juicy, so I think I used at least 3 of them. But I think maybe 1 or 2 if you have a really juicy orange will do well. After that, this recipe calls for flax seed that you're supposed to, like 2 tablespoons of flaxseed that's been soaking in a cup of water. I have ground flaxseed, so I'm not really sure if I was really supposed to, if it makes a difference if you even really need to soak them. I know with the seeds they absorb the water, but I don't know. It needs the liquid in there anyway, so I always do it that way. So, and it comes out fine. So I guess flaxseed, ground flax, it doesn't matter. And then I have 2/3 cup of oil, You could use coconut oil. Mine's just regular vegetable oil. That's what I happen to have right now. And then I get to put my extracts in. So I need a quarter. I just kind of eyeball these things. Oh, I do need a full teaspoon of this. This is almond extract. This is all. It's like my favorite extract to use. And then I have my big bottle of vanilla here. It's like a quarter of a teaspoon. That's not a quarter. That's good enough. So, a quarter. And then my whole can of pumpkin here. Like I said, to me it's easier just to make a double batch and use this whole can than to try to store the other half of it in the fridge and figure out a use for it, which would probably be making pumpkin bread anyway. So I guess we'll just do the 2 loaves now. You can always freeze a loaf if you want, but in my house it does not last that long, so I just make the 2. And I have my 2 baking pans, loaf pans I should say. I already greased these, so they're ready to go. And I just kind of put them right next to each other and pour until it looks like they're even. The nice thing about this is that it's non-dairy, it has no egg in it, so if you want to lick the batter, that's perfectly fine and safe. So my girls are always excited when they get to eat the batter. So that's it, and now you just stick it in a 350 oven for, I generally do I check it around 50 minutes. Usually between 50 and 55 it's done. I know in some it could be a lot less. I think my original recipe was like 40 minutes, but that did not work. So I'm going to put these on the oven and be back. The pumpkin bread's finally done and it looks like this. And I will say that one of the loaves has already been somewhat devoured, and the other one is already cut up, so it goes over very well in my house. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and let me know if you try it. And next week I'll be back with a more normal video for me, and I'm starting a big new project, so that should be interesting. I won't give any spoilers, but I will be doing something I've never done before. So I will see you all next week. Bye!